off your shoulder. It does. You know, as a college kid, you're really excited this time of year, and if it's your first time going through it, as it was mine last year, sometimes you really fall into you want to do things for yourself, but we got to keep focused and say this is a team game, you know. And once that's over, I think that the comforting feeling of just, hey, we're going to play baseball now, it comes back into play, and you really want to play for your teammates.
Is that also something that you kind of, like you talked about, kind of leading people through super regionals? Is that something you maybe take those juniors to their first time around?
It is, and I think they have a good head on their shoulders. Actually, I know they do. They're going to do the right thing, and once it's over with, it's over with. We've got business to take care of. Like I said, we've worked so hard, and they've worked so hard individually to get to that point that they've done enough for themselves, and it's in the books now. I mean, whatever happens, happens for them in the draft, and for myself in the draft, and all we can do is wait for a name to be called, but we've got baseball to play.
I remember talking to you last year after the draft, and you wanted to come, ultimately, obviously decided to come back, and just how happy have you been with that decision?
Man, to go to a Super Regional, it's the second one in 3 years, is one reason why I come back, and this weekend is another reason why I come back. There's no better way to be sent off at Duganova Field than walking around after a win in a regional and shaking everybody's hand and saying thank you, and what they've done for the 4 years here. Man, that means a lot to me. So just that one moment right there is enough for me to come back, and it really made an impact on my life.
Kendall, with the way Coach Thompson uses his pitching staff and pulls starting pitchers in the 4th and 5th innings, says, hey, we're going to bullpen right now. And he told me yesterday, I don't want starting pitchers to be happy about taking out of a game, and I want them to be angry.
Yeah.
So the obvious question is, has there been times where you and Butch have kind of butted heads and said, don't take me out of this ball game? And you kind of mentally, has that been hard for guys, especially the starters, to say, okay, I'm buying in?
Right. No, it hasn't. Coach Thompson's done a great job. He's like a dad to me. Somebody that I've loved since I've been here in the recruiting process. That's one reason why I came here, because of the relationship I built with him, and I knew that I was going to be in good hands with him. But if you look back, how can we complain? We've had one of the best pitching staffs for 3 years running now, and if we're doing that, then he's doing the right thing. There's times where, I don't want to come out of a ball game, but he's been around the game a lot longer than I have, and he knows when it's time for me to come out of a ball game. And my competitive spirit, like I said, I want to keep pitching, and I think I can get the job done. But when someone else comes in a ball game for me, I know that they're going to get a job done also.
Growing up like you have, like everybody I think does with professional baseball, what Butch does is just so unconventional of that. Did it take you, when you were a younger player here at MSU State, did it take you a while to understand this is the philosophy, this is the best way we know how to do it? And it just seems like the philosophy, it doesn't seem like you have a set philosophy either. I mean, you were using yourself and Chris Stratton for 8 innings last year. It just seemed like this was the way it had to be done this year.
Yeah, and last year you look and we'd go to the bullpen, we still would go to the bullpen, but this year we have so many quality arms in the bullpen, and you can only have one starter, and then you also got to get those other quality arms and those really good pitchers in the ball game, and you want to. So if somebody's in trouble a little bit, why not bring a fresh arm? Somebody that's spinning the ball really well, and man, how special was it the other night what Chad did? He threw 7 and like 2/3 inning last year, and to come in and pitch the way he did last night he's been a really big key in our bullpen this year, and just people like that have stepped up and are doing a great job for us. You can't ask for any more.
You may have already been asked this, but Virginia, I think you look at their offense, you've got several guys batting over 300. Batting over 300 as a team seems to be kind of a difficult offense.
Right, yeah, they have a really good offense. They got some young guys that are performing well for them, and really confident group of guys from what I hear, and for them to hit well and to play good defense and to pitch well, they're a good ball club. They've only lost 10 games in the regular season and also throughout the postseason, so that hats off to them. They've really done a great job in that area.
It seems the park kind of plays to y'all's strengths too, kind of a bigger park, kind of like Duganova.
Yeah, it sets up a lot like ours, so we'll be used to it. We just can't get big like we don't. We play small ball here, and ground balls, line drives going to win ball games, and for us to carry our game there is what's going to be big, and it's going to be key for us is to not change who we are. Just because the ballpark plays the same, we can't try to go out and hit home runs and things like that because we're in a different venue. Just keep playing the way we are, and I think it'll work out for us.